Hey guys, what's going on? So something has been wreaking havoc on the farm, tearing stuff down, knocking over food, consuming it, and just really becoming a nuisance. We found out what it was, and that's what this video is going to be about. So stay tuned. All right, so last week my family went back home to Arizona to visit family and to just have a nice little vacation, and I was left home alone to tend to all of the animals and feed them, water them, make sure that they're not getting out. And I thought I had a pretty good system going on where I wasn't going to need to really worry about it. Every night I'd come home, it'd already be almost dark. I'd get home, I'd come over to my feed area behind me. I'd get the food for the chickens and the food for the pigs. And the very first day, I noticed that the chicken food was knocked over and empty. And I'm like, what the heck? And there had been some signs of maybe some other animals, but it would take a pretty big animal to make some kind of damage like that. So I don't know. I don't know what it could have been. So I didn't think much of it. I just put the chicken food back up and went on my day. 1 second, I gotta let these turkeys out. Have you guys been stuck in here all day? You ready to get out, turkeys and guineas? All right, they're free. So I started noticing some other suspicious things, like this Dunstan chestnut is like broken off of the top, and I'm like, what could have done that? My kids were like, oh, it was the goat. I'm like, that's pretty high. So I don't really think that's a real possibility. So I just kind of kept my eyes open, looking for anything really suspicious. One thing that I noticed when I was coming up to my barn, I started noticing tracks. And you guys know we've got pigs and we've got alpacas, but some of these tracks were pretty big. Let me show you. So you guys can see that's a pretty big track. I mean, compared to my foot, that's bigger than a pig. So my thought was, it's like a donkey or a cow, but it looked a little too small to be like a cow to me. My family was like, oh, it's wild pigs. We do have wild pigs, but I haven't ever seen any on our property. I've seen lots of deer, but that's way too big to be a deer. Way too big. And deer have been out here and they're not knocking over our food containers. So it's really kind of just bugging me that I can't figure out what this is, and I'm at work all day, so I've never seen it. My neighbors are usually awesome at pointing out when something gets loose from our house. Like, they call us and be like, hey, your goat got out, hey, your pigs got out. I'm surprised they don't hate us. But we usually respond really quick and take care of it. But with all the things that I've been seeing, I didn't see anything. I set up a trail cam, and aside from the occasional raccoon and possum, I didn't see anything coming out in the evening time. And it had to have been coming out in the evening time. So that's what was kind of freaking me out. So I went over to feed my pigs the other day, and I looked down in the creek, and it looks like it's whatever this is. It comes down to our creek to drink, and then it goes back up and it scurries around our chicken area looking for food. It looks like it's trying to get in, whatever it is, it wants to get into the pig area. I've seen some evidence of pushing inward on the pig container. Let me show you guys that. Here's more tracks coming down to the creek. Hey piggies, I'll give you a snack beforehand. This is a pre-dinner snack. Maybe they'll be a little quieter now while we talk. So, kind of looking like some of the fencing had, well, the pigs actually fixed it. So we won't actually be able to show you that, but it kind of looked like a push in, which was pretty interesting. And they saw the pig food in the containers, whatever it was, and they wanted it. So that made me wonder what it was. So I've ruled out basically everything except for hog, like a wild hog, a large wild hog, or a horse, donkey, cow. All of those things are still on my list. Nothing came up in my trail cam, like I said. Man, turkey, you just want all my attention today. You're lucky you made it through Thanksgiving. That one really got lucky that we made it through Thanksgiving, huh? We actually had plans to have that one for Thanksgiving. And so then I'd all but given up on whatever it was. I hadn't seen signs from it, whatever this was, for a few days. And then I was doing some work on my tractor, and I came up the hill, and I'll show you what I saw. We're good.
Tagged.
Hey, buddy.
It's not tagged. Oh wait, he's not that big.
He's not that big.
Mom, he's small.
Hey, look what we got for you. No, no, no. I think he's a zebu.
He's not a zebu.
He might be a mix. What the heck? What the heck? Well, we got to figure out how to catch him.
We got a rope? Do we have a rope?
I don't know what I'm doing. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, buddy. Very strong, that's for sure. All right, so now that we know it was a cow, and I was dead on what kind of cow it was, just totally guessing, knowing nothing about cows, I'm pretty impressed. Also, it let us know we're not ready for a cow quite yet. My son's been begging us for one, and we just don't have the infrastructure or the manpower to handle something that incredibly large. And if that gets out, we're in trouble. So we really need a good system if we're going to do that. But hopefully we made some new friends from this, and definitely got to get to know our neighbors a little bit better. So it's just overall a fun little experience, and they're reimbursing us for the damage to the fence, which there really wasn't any, so we're not going to tell them to do anything. But they are going to buy 2 bags of chicken feed to pay us back for that, and you know, we appreciate it because feed's not cheap. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little fun video. This is just kind of one of those document videos to see what's going on at the farm. We're gonna name our farm soon, I promise, and that'll be in a video soon too, okay? All right, thanks, bye.